it's kind of a double meaning. I mean, the obvious meaning of just the smashing two things together, but it's also in a kind of a tongue-in-cheek way. We thought it'd be a lesson in how to really do it, since a lot of DJs, like, you know, they've done it a lot of times, but we wanted to kind of
smashed him.
Take it up a little bit.
That's what he was trying to tell you. He's very modest.
I think, like, for this project, that's kind of what it's all about. It's about mixing, you know, the elements of the things that Jay does with the things that we do, and we've you know, both had a lot of practice at what we're up to. So to bring it together for the first time at this point was really special.
I remember, dude, when I first discovered Linkin Park, and I remember hearing his voice and how he was inside the track, and I was like, that guy has to be influenced by Rakim. And then hearing Chester's voice and how he amplifies his voice, and saying these dudes is really special. You got to get this album.
Yeah, you gotta make sure I get a soundbite of him saying that, him likening my voice to Rakim, just so I can have that and put it on something in the future. Jay made a point. He made a good point earlier on when we had first started talking that we should just talk by email and like two-way and whatever, text messages like that, so that when we meet for the first time and get in the studio, like, it's genuine.
What's up, man?
What's happening?
Nice to meet you.
What's up?
How are you?
It's a little bit nervous because, you know, we've heard each other's music and respect what each other are doing, but we don't know where the whole thing's going to go.
No one really knew what to expect. I mean, from the music and from us as individuals, we really had a genuine vibe and a bond right away. Like, I knew from the first time when they walked in the studio that it was like, you know, these guys were professional and, you know, good human beings on top of that.
Which one do you want to hear? You want to hear that, the Big Pimpin' one?
I want to hear them all. Where you want to start?
Numb and Encore was the first one I tried out. Jay had just contacted us and he said, you know, we have this idea, kind of want to get started on some things. Let's see what happens. And I figured the best way to see if it was going to work would be to just grab the Blackout album a cappella and try and start writing over that.
This is crazy too.
Thank you, far too kind.
It just seemed natural, like the vibe of Encore and the vibe of Numb, to put the two together, because Encore has that real, like, it's kind of more of an upbeat thing, but there's a real seriousness and a sincerity to it. Gigawatt and Faint was a really fun one, particularly because we start off the song at Jay's, with Gigawatt being a little bit faster than he usually plays it, just a little bit, but when we actually kick it into Faint, we took up the BPM a little bit, we took up the speed, so he has to deliver his second verse, at like 135 beats per minute or something, when it's normally like 120-ish or something. Which is to say it's a lot faster, and he's like, you know,
Got a condo and nothing but condoms in it, the same place with the rhymes invented. So all I do is rap and sex. Imagine I watch stroke, see how it's blown in my last set. Right before like I'm blasting the tech. Never jam though, never get high, never running the ammo. Yes, I didn't want the dish, cause the J chip is they're your favorite. I know what made you sick, and now you're after all, but you never had one. I know they carry your sword. Now she's mad at me, cause your majesty just happened to be a pimp. She wants us to end cause I'm supposed to friend. She gave me one more chance and I'm supposed to again. I seen the tears that she busted in. I said, oh, this grab, shut the door, Steve. Moni.
Hey, Jay, I just want to say thank you.
I might have to bring out the young Jay-Z.
When you have opportunities like this to work with, you know, guys like Jay-Z, who we've all respected and loved his stuff for a long time, after Hybrid Theory, we were able to do Reanimation, which was a great project to be able to work with other artists. And I think it helps you grow a lot. You see how other people approach their craft and approach songwriting and music in general, and you can't help but be influenced by that and take something away from it.
Hey, Jay, I'm feeling like it'll probably it'll get pretty lost if you do it so quiet. So if you can do what you're doing but get it a little bit more full volume, I can pull it down in the mix and whatever. But
I just still wanted to have my personality. I don't want to be like, this
Oh, no,
isn't
yeah,
what
I
I
don't-
want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
we really wanted to record them in the studio before getting on stage or trying to rehearse them, because in our experience, that's the way to really finesse a song and streamline it and make it sound as good as it can be. So that way when you go into the rehearsal space, you know what you're shooting for.
Kick snare. Come on, Jamie. I remember what they taught to me. Remember condescending.
Just at rehearsal when they was going through the set and what we was gonna do that night, I was just getting the whole, like, the richness of the music and everything. I knew it was gonna be something serious.
We have these songs we played in the studio, and now we've been touring them for a year, and we're gonna have to completely relearn them because now they're integrated into something else. It's still the same, thematic ideas that you're playing on your instrument, but now it's incorporated in an entirely different and new manner.
I had to apologize to the guys for causing a lot of work, but the end outcome was something we were all happy with.
Ladies and gentlemen, please help us welcome to the stage. He goes by the name of JC.
Now if you're feeling like a pimp, go on, brush your shoulders off. Ladies and pants too, go on, brush your shoulders off. This crazy baby, don't forget that boy.
Come on, you get that.
Turn on your shoulder, I'll probably owe it to y'all. Probably be locked by the fork, trying to hustle some things. Can't go with the force, feeling no remorse. Feeling like my hand was forced. Middle finger to the Lord.
When we sent out word to the fan clubs and whatnot, Jay sent word to his fan club, we sent word to ours, but we didn't tell them what the night was like going to be. They just knew they were like, our fans knew they were coming to see Linkin Park, and Jay's fans knew they were coming to see Jay-Z. And then when they got there, they were kind of, you could tell, when we were out on stage, you could tell who was a Linkin Park fan, who was a Jay-Z fan, who was kind of in the middle. By the end of the night, everybody was cheering for everything that anybody did. We mixed the music, but we also mixed the crowd.
We saved the world that night.
There's a definitive moment of the night when we actually did the performance where I could tell from the reaction of the crowd that the work that we had done and the rehearsals that we had done and the project that we already thought was special and that we thought did come out great, you could see it kind of transpire into the audience and have them accept it.
If you having girl problems, I prepare for you, son.
I got 99 problems, but
Say what? Come on. Hey, follow me on this one. He's got the rap patrol on the patrol. Foes who want to make sure his cask is closed.
That's right.
Rap critics who say he's money cash. From the hood, stupid, with type of facts and all.
When we do music as Linkin Park, it's fun to see how Mike and Chester can collaborate and to see what comes out of having two different vocalists and kind of tossing parts back and forth to each other and that kind of thing. But then when we brought, you add Jay into everything that's already going and you're adding all the stuff that he's got going.
because this fool was irrational. Try to play the boy like he's
So that integration and kind of that interplay between what they're doing, I thought was really cool.
99 problems with him. Take one. If you having girl problems, I'll prepare you, son. I got 99 problems with him. Take one.
This mashup, it started as a concept that's supposed to continue on, but I think the bar is raised really high just because of the way that we went about it. I mean, we went in the studio, we cut different lyrics. This guy made 180 different versions of one track. He sent them every day. So I'm just really, I'm honored, to have done this with them, and I love their professionalism, and and even beyond that, I consider them my friends.
This is something that we had a ton of fun doing. To us, it's something we're going to really remember forever.